Hey guys, welcome to Draw My Story. And here's the shout out to those amazing fans of Draw My Story who've sent in their fan arts. They're beautiful. Thank you guys for sending. If you also want your arts to be featured in my video, then please follow the instructions of how to send in your fan art. It's in the video description below. Love you guys. And today's story is a little bit different from the others, as I'm going to tell you about the top 3 horrifying monsters of all time in this video. So let's start it. The first one is the Light Head. I'm sure you're curious, just like me, to know its story. Light Head is also known as Lamp Head. Light Head is basically a humanoid monster. It has a body, 2 legs, 2 arms. You know, like a human, but bigger and taller. The minimum height of a light head is 9 to 13 feet. That's really tall. They're hunched when they walk. Their hands can be 9 to 10 feet long. Light Head's body looks like a skeleton. The whole body is covered with a gray, dry skin. It's thick and firm. We can call it skin, but it's not made of organic skin tissues. The material is actually something else, which we could not find yet. The highlight of its body is its head. Actually, there's no head. Instead, there's a light. This light never goes off. The intensity of this light indicates the mood of the light head, literally. It has its eyes on its chest. 2 large eyes supported by a skin cover like eyelid. I know, it's scary. Lighthead is like a never seen before kind of monster. So what's this whole deal? Lighthead has an interesting origin story. Well, from his looks, you might have spotted some similarity of Lighthead to our famous monster, Siren Head. And that takes us to the first theory of its origin. Siren Head has a prominent role in creating Lighthead. Some say that Siren Head wanted a son, so it created Lighthead. But I have a different theory. Maybe Siren Head wanted an army for itself. There is only one Siren Head, but there are lots of Lightheads. Yes, Lighthead is not a single monster. There are lots of them. There are males and females. This makes it obvious that Siren Head wanted a community who will stand for it. It wanted them to procreate themselves and multiply in numbers. And it wanted them to be superior beings, even to itself. However, their minds will be controlled by Siren Head. In this way, the Lightheads can never turn against it. Let's see how beautifully they were made by Siren Head. First of all, Lighthead's body is made of the strongest material on Earth. This gives it durability, stealth, and strength like no one else. Its body is covered with this skin, which can't be damaged by a weapon, or heat, or fire, or laser. Nothing. The skin protects the body, and the body is immortal. The chemicals involved in making of such an indestructible skin gives it a fragrance also. It's a pungent smell. The smell becomes stronger when a Lighthead is aware of any danger, or when it's fighting or in a defensive mode. That means the skin is working on its own through Lighthead's intuitions. There are at least 11 aromatic chemicals included in the skin texture, like indole and 3-methylindole. Another important feature of Lighthead is something it inherited from Siren Head. Lighthead can make different types of sounds, even louder than Siren Head. However, more than the noises, it can create vibrations. This was so thoughtful of Siren Head to give this feature, because in case of noises, everyone will find out who's doing it. At the same time, these sorts of strong vibrations cannot be easily found. So, more than noises, Lighthead uses its vibration generating power. These waves generate from Lighthead can mess with the thought process of human beings. they can go mental. These waves can disrupt the communication systems, can cause tremor and earthquakes on Earth, can cause high tides in the sea and lead to tsunamis, can make human life upside down. It can even attract meteors and destroy the Earth itself. But this will be a plan Z. The point is, Lighthead can literally do anything to help Siren Head rule this world. Humans have already experienced the supernatural ability of lightheads. Many people went missing on stranded roads. When lightheads decide to prey on humans, they will first find a street which is not very busy. They will then pull out the street lights there. Instead of the lights, the lightheads will stand there in a line. At night, when these streets are silent, some unfortunate human will walk by that way, and then it will see the streetlights moving towards him, and he'll be taken away. One whole night, the lightheads will be there on a street, kidnapping those unfortunate who crosses their path. All those humans are killed and eaten. We never get to see them again. This is how it works now. And it's just a starting. Their actual plan is not to just kill humans. There's more to that. The second one, the multi-headed Siren Head. Since we all know about Siren Head, it's easy to understand how dangerous a multi-headed Siren Head can be. A multi-headed Siren Head is a humanoid creature. It's 40 feet tall and has very long arms and legs. The arms and legs are disproportionate. It's as tall as a telephone tower. And the interesting thing is, it can change its body to whatever shape it wants and adjust as per the need. It can crawl, it can stand. The multi-headed Siren Head also has a skeletal body, but the bones are not quite visible in them. The body is completely dark, so dark that it does not even reflect light. It has a long pole attached to its body instead of a neck. Now comes the head. Like Siren Head has a siren instead of a head, this creature has multiple sirens on its head. So multiple sirens are attached to the metal pole. These sirens are basically megaphones. The multi-headed Siren Head is one of the most advanced versions of the Siren Head, maybe we can say one of the worst among all. Its multiple heads, or sirens, can create different types of voices at the same time. Each siren can make a different voice than the other, so they can play out a whole conversation of multiple people single-handedly. A victim who encounters a multi-headed Siren Head for the first time can easily be trapped to believe that there's a group of people talking some way ahead, or inside a forest, or inside a building. Maybe they all will be calling him or her. He could also hear all the familiar voices he could ever heard in his life. And in that way, he would not even realize and keeps going towards the trap. Until finally, multi-headed Siren Head finds him and kills him. Looks like it's so much more dangerous than Siren Head, who can only make noises to attract its victim and kill it by making loud noises. Unlike multi-headed Siren Head, who can also disguise itself like a shadow, making its kill more easier. I don't think it takes much effort for it to attract and kill its victims. I have not heard anything more dangerous than this. This creature has the capability to wipe out the whole human race so that it can survive for ages. Now, coming to its first sighting. The first evidence of multi-headed Siren Head was found in the public library of Los Angeles. This area was affected by earthquake, and the basement of the library was broken. It was a completely abandoned place. During some basic investigations about the damage, they found that there's an underground floor of the library, down below the basement. The officer who went down to check the basement saw something he couldn't believe. He spotted the multi-headed Siren Head hiding there in the basement. It was the first sighting of the multi-headed Siren Head. However, the officer somehow escaped from it. Now comes the interesting part. A victim who's escaped from the multi-headed Siren Head will not be allowed to get away with it just like that. It will make their life hell. That death would be a much better option for them. This monster is very advanced and intelligent. It knows that such escaped victims can give out vital information about it, and the humans can devise methods to fight it eventually. It has this fear that the humans might attack and wipe out its existence. And the multi-headed Siren Head can do anything to not let that happen. That's its only goal, that it wants to survive. So the multi-headed Siren Head gets into the brain of the victim and controls it. The victim will forget what he saw and will never be able to tell anyone else about the monster. And that's not it. The multi-headed Siren Head can also tap any kind of information inside this victim's head and use it for his own advantage. It can also make the victim harm himself or others. It can make the victims do things that it wants to do. Basically, it will make the victim a slave to it. Once it uses the victim enough, the multi-headed Siren Head will guide the victim back to it for a torturous death. I mean, this is insane. It's pretty evident from this how intelligent the multi-headed Siren Head is, as if it's having a brain of its own. It's so different and intelligent than any of the Siren Head existing so far. It has the capability to beat them all. I mean, this is unheard of. It's deadly like a poison. Most of the time it stays hidden, away from anyone's eye. It will only appear when it wants to kill or it has a purpose, unlike other Siren Head who are easily found lurking in the woods. The third one, the Red Siren Head. Yes, it's another version of Siren Head. We know the famous monster Siren Head and its numerous versions. Red Siren Head is one of the deadly forms of the original Siren Head. The Red Siren Head is pretty much similar to the Siren Head in its physical appearance. It's 40 feet tall. It's a humanoid creature with a skeletal structure. Its arms and legs are disproportionately long, with its arms almost reaching the ground level. All these are features of the Red Siren Head, which are similar to the original Siren Head. Next is the most differentiating factor of Red Siren Head, the red color. Yes, the Red Siren Head is completely red in color throughout its body, including the sirens. The bony structure is also red. When we say red, it's a bright crimson red. We're not sure if this is blood or the skin color. And yes, the most important part, the sirens. The Red Siren Head has multiple sirens attached to the pole-like structure, which is its neck. These sirens make noises, and like usual Siren Heads, the Red Siren Head also has a mouth. The mouth has sharp, scary teeth and a retracting tongue. Already, its Red Siren Head is red in color, and also with the rest of the features and blood dripping. It's gonna look hella scary. The dripping blood from the Red Siren Head was recently taken for testing, and it revealed that it's actually human blood. The blood all over its body, not coming from inside it, is taking it from the human beings. It's also found that the blood is needed for its survival. At any point, if the Red Siren Head loses all its blood, then it will lose its life force and will die on the spot. That means the Red Siren Head predates humans for their blood. It will suck out all the blood from a corpse and leave the body. Most of the people who went missing were later found as corpses, and all of them were pale with no blood in their body. The Red Siren Head does not eat the humans. It only needs their blood for its survival. If it wants blood, it will immediately go to a crowded area like a hospital or a movie theater, or a mall. Red Siren Head is fearless and has the courage to challenge humans in bulk. Once it reaches the area, its sirens will make the loudest noises. Numerous people will faint in the effect of those noises. The Red Siren Head will then pick them up, cut them with its sharp nails, suck blood from each one of them, and it might take one or two with them for a later treat. The Red Siren Head has all the supernatural powers of the original Siren Head. It can change its appearance, it can spot shift, it can do anything. Sometimes it camouflages itself so brilliantly that nobody will even know the Red Siren Head is being there and hunting people. It's a very intelligent creature, and this is the reason we've not heard a lot about its attack. The victims are just gone. For example, it might become a big dustbin, which is sucking in the humans passing by and eating them. It might camouflage itself as a street light by the side of the road, and it will be the last day anyone crosses that road. It might be the ambulance, which squeezes the blood out of anyone who gets inside. We never know when it comes and how it comes. It's an unpredictable creature, and its super skills are helping it more to reach its target. It's such a dangerous creature. There are numerous instances where the government has taken action against the Red Siren Head. Of course, because it's all out there, they deployed army, tried shooting, bombing, and even laser attack. But even after putting all these efforts, the results are in vain. However, though we never saw success in those fights, there is surely a hope in defeating it one day. This is because in all of such attacks, the Siren Head's body gets injured. It loses more blood. And as it starts losing more blood, the Red Siren Head would suddenly disappear. And we're waiting for that day to come. This is revealing to us the weakest point about it: losing blood. The only way it can replenish its blood is by getting another prey. So it can't get its prey, and if the army can attack it with the maximum impact in a shorter time, which can cause its blood to drip off completely, then there is surely a chance of winning against Red Siren Head. And that was today's story, guys. Comment and let me know how'd you like it. And please subscribe to my channel, guys, if you want to see more Draw My Story horror videos like this one. Till then, bye.